The Mandalorian star Gina Carano, accused of racism for sharing historical anti-Nazi photo. This is the photo that she shared and is being called a racist for. If your movement has a problem with anti-Nazi photos, you might want to reconsider your movement. Hello again, heretics. This is an article that is pretty old. It was published on August 5th on Bounding into Comics. I've been saving it in my bookmarks for a while and just now got around to doing it. I felt this one was important to read because it really reveals how far Puritans go and how insane they can be. And I apologize, I mispronounced her name. It's Gina Carano, I think. I don't know. I'm infamous for butchering last names. She currently plays in The Mandalorian, and she was also in Deadpool, which unfortunately has Colossus. I hate Colossus. If it wasn't for him and his white knighting, all of us would have gotten to see a titty. I'm still salty about that. Gina has become the latest celebrity to face the wrath of Puritans after the Mandalorian star shared a famous historical photo of a lone German citizen refusing to give the Nazi salute. What kind of people would have a problem with that, I wonder? Again, this is the photo of all these people giving the Nazi salute, basically bowing down saying, yeah, we're loyal to you. Most likely they rolled out of fear, but I don't know. I wasn't there at the time. And this guy here, this one man standing with his arms crossed. Apparently that upset some people. And we're going to start reading their tweets, and Gina gets called a racist and everything else. How you get sharing this to being a racist is unbelievable. Shortly after sharing the image, ironically, failing to recognize the historical context behind the photo, activists on Twitter Puritans, that's what they are, began to criticize the actress, with some demanding that she state ACAB, or all cops are bastards. I thought that meant all cops are bad, but I guess that's tomato. You see, and here's one Twitter Puritan demanding that she bend the knee, demanding that she give her salute. Gina, say ACAB. You have to say it. Say it now. Reminds me of a video I once saw of the protesters were all gathered around this one lady up against a wall. She was sitting there dining, and they were demanding that she put up her fist in solidarity with them. What kind of madness is that? See, look at that. Look at how they're just surrounding her. Shaking their fist at her. Fucking insane. And here's another tweet from April. You literally could have picked a better picture to show whatever you wanted to show that didn't have frickin' Nazis on it. This coming from the people who call anybody who dares dissent against them Nazis. Okay, if you don't want to hear about Nazis, then stop bringing them up. I mentioned, if you're going to call people Nazis constantly, maybe you want to hear about them. Maybe then you'll have some historical context for what you're accusing people of being. Say ACAB, please, big heart. Please bend the knee. Please. please surrender to us. Well, basically, what the fuck? Yeah, this is people responding to that picture. You know, what's wrong with you? Girl, you got some explaining to do, cause what? I thought that we were all on the page of that Nazis were pretty universally hated and that you shouldn't conform to what they attempt to force people to conform to. Let's see, another another Puritan said, it's 2020. Could kept, not could have kept, just could kept that at the crib with your uncles and aunts. Nobody even with the best intentions, wants to hear about Nazis, bad timing, especially with police brutality. So, isn't this a passive comparison of police to Nazis? So, in a way, you are bringing up the Nazis? Now, this twit, this twit right here, oh my fucking god, Gina, why are you like this? That's a shaming tactic. That's not even an argument. Oh, and this, in my opinion, is just a straight up threat. Bad career move. You see, attempting to shame this person, trying to shame Gina and make her feel afraid for her lifestyle, her career. But, spoiler alert, she does the right thing and keeps standing up to them, which is another reason why I felt the need to read this. I just felt so happy that she stood up to people that are this silly. I mean, they're so silly that later on, they give her problems for not putting her pronouns in her Twitter bio. Carano, sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. I'm just going to say Gina for now on. Gina wouldn't be silenced by those attacking her. She would share an article from Business Insider explaining the context of the photo. And here she says, heartbreaking and powerful story of a man who changed his ways for the woman he loved. Love changes the world one person at a time. I don't even see a reason to do this. Me, the picture sitting by itself says 1,000 words. About not conforming to something if you don't think it's right. She wouldn't stop there. The very next day, the former MMA star and actress took to Twitter to call out the trolls and called them cowards for attempting to harass her for the simple act of sharing a photo. And she shared the classic thing we've all seen on Twitter and Facebook. I'm glad you stopped following me. It's like the trash took itself out. You know. Which is fine. That's fine. I do appreciate it when people do the work for me. Now, someone thought they had a clever retort here, but really think of the implications here. These aren't trolls. These are people trying to educate you. Because we're so much smarter than you. We're trying to educate you. So you can get on the right side of history. You know, saying get on the right side of history is about the same as saying know your place. Get back in your place. Get down on that knee or history's going to be against you. Complete submission and conformity. That's the right side of history. Bullshit. Bullshit. The fact that the United States is one of the greatest countries on the planet in its very young history is proof that conformity and bowing down isn't the way to go. You blaze your own trail. However, Gina disagreed with the disingenuous framing of the criticisms leveled against her. Oh, here we go. In my experience, screaming at someone that they are a racist when they are indeed not a racist, and any post and or research you do will show you those exact facts. Then I'm sorry. These people are not educators. They are cowards and bullies. Thank you, Gina. Thank you. You see, and this is why I read Bounding into comics. These folks can frame this pretty well. They know what's going on. As has become exceedingly common in the recent times, Gina's critics were unsatisfied with her refusal to bow to their demands, with many proceeding to level further insults against the actress and specifically called her a racist. She's a racist for sharing an anti-Nazi photo. Remember that. I like this. No one is bullying you. You've shaded the BLM movement. Really? You've blocked people commenting on your post. If you're not racist, then prove us wrong, because this looks pretty racist to me. Once again, get in your place. Know your place. That one person just she responded to Gina's really pretty good response. So all that shit just to come to the conclusion you're racist. I don't understand that. Is this person saying that they've come to the conclusion that Gina's racist, or are they saying that Gina's admitting to being a racist? What goes on in these people's heads? Doesn't it sound like a religion? Like whenever you got a serious question about the existence of God, and it's like, how dare you question? You're a heretic. You're committing heresy right now. Don't question. Just accept. Accept and worship. And then this person, oh my God, look at this face. Imagine being a grown woman in the public eye who's butthurt over a bunch of minimum wage making college kids calling you on your blatantly racist and unprogressive behavior. What do you say to that? Imagine being butthurt that a whole bunch of people are coming at. She didn't even sound that butthurt. She just put you all in your place. You guys are the ones that are butthurt. You need an entire army to go after this lady. Which, you know what? It is your right. It is your right to come after her and state your opinions and your judgments of her. But she has every right to come back with her judgments of you. Of course, as we all know, as long as you're not actually making threats, you do what you do. But I think what these Twitter Puritans don't realize is that the tides are turning against them. People are seeing how silly that they are acting. And in my opinion, it is bullying when you're not coming at somebody with some kind of facts or some kind of attempt or appeal to change their opinion. You're just simply calling them names until they change their opinion. And people aren't going to be swayed by bullying very much longer. I shouldn't say bullying, I should say shame. You're trying to shame them into submitting to you. And people are getting tired of it. That can only work for so long. Eventually, you get tired of running from the bad. Oh, I love this. If I remember this tweet whenever I read it before, this sounds like extortion to me. Gina, if you're not racist, then show us. Support and donate to Black Lives Matter. Use your platform and voice to stand up against the police who are committing crimes against the people they are meant to protect. If 12-year-olds on Twitter can do this, you too can. You can too. If 12-year-olds can be indoctrinated, so can you. No, it doesn't work that way. Older people kind of have their minds set. And they've had enough experience in the world, meeting all kinds of different people. Most of us older folks are friends with people that we completely disagree with. But we understand that they're good people deep down. And they have their reasons for believing what they do. And it's part of being an adult. But they're basically saying, it's one thing to tell somebody what not to do. It's another to say that they have to do something. That's on a whole other level. Give money to us. Is basically what this person is saying. Give us money. Give us money and use your platform to submit and fight our cause. Fight for our cause. It's her Twitter. She can do with it whatever she wants. Well, of course, within the terms of service. I just can't imagine having this kind of audacity. Prove to me that you're not what I'm blindly accusing you of by submitting to me and doing as I say. That's insane. You're a racist if you completely ignore the BLM movement and don't support it. Being silent puts you on the side of the racist and oppressors. Once again, being told what you have to do. Supporting or not supporting BLM, or let me put it this way. Supporting BLM or being against it is not even part of the matter here. My personal feelings on it don't even come into play. It's just you don't tell people what they have to do. If somebody does not want to actively support BLM but also not stand in their way, that doesn't make them an oppressor. That just means that, who knows, maybe they've decided this is over my head. Maybe I don't get it all. Who knows? Here's another one telling people what they have to do. It's not enough to be not racist. You must be anti-racist. Nobody has been screaming at you. Yes, yes, you have. We have been trying to tell you why some of the things you've posted and not posted, you see, once again, telling her what she has to do, have been harmful, and you block people for trying to inform you. Calling somebody a racist isn't informing them of nothing. Alright, you're not helping them. Calling somebody a fascist or a racist or whatever else is not attempting to help them. That's BS. And remember, all this is coming from her posting an anti-Nazi picture. That's what they're so butthurt about. I just can't imagine being this upset over that photo. But there's some good news in all this. However, Gina was not without her allies and supporters, as many friends and fans rallied around the actress' stance against bullying and cancel culture. One of her fellow MMM fighters came in to say it a little louder for the people in the back. And there was even a tweet where this person had pretty much gathered all these tweets coming after her, saying a lot of nasty stuff to her. They're calling her a racist bootlicker and demanding that she say ACAB BLM to prove she's not racist. Do as I say, know your place. Gina is having none of it, calling them cowards for trying to bully her off social media. I really think that they went after her thinking that she wouldn't fight back, that she would back down. Did they not know that she's an MMA fighter? She tweeted this also in response: I am now more motivated than ever to spend the time I have on Earth attracting my team from all different parts of the world. My energy goes to people who are focused on truth, love, equality, and freedom. Do not be afraid. And then, of course, this is a picture that gets a laugh out of me every time I see it. Even the Dead Space art director Ian Milham, once again, butchered the last name, offered his support to this sentiment by replying to her tweet with hashtag Team Carano. Fuck. Chris Bartlett, who also plays on The Mandalorian, said, standing with my castmate Gina, you'd love to know and work with this human. She's a beautiful example of humanity and kindness to everyone. So, it's nice to see that there are people coming out to fight against cancel culture, because for so long everybody was so afraid of it. Mighty corporations are the strongest entities in the United States, and they were bowing to it. Now, it could be argued, were they bowing to it because they're afraid of it, or are they bowing to it because it's part of their agenda? I don't know. That's over my head. But I'm glad to see that I can't say this is enough of a tide turning to defeat this mentality, but at least people are finally starting to stand their ground. The worst thing you can do for a Puritan ever is to apologize. Now, this is interesting. Watch this. This is a positive message, then watch the reply. My heart is filled with so much warmth from all of you. Just when you think the darkness starts closing in, all of you lit a candle to light my way. It really is incredible, the people standing with each other, heart to heart. Believe there is hope. Imagine being racist. These dumb fucks can't help themselves. They really can't. How dare you not conform? Fucking racist. Now, she also tweeted this, and no, I will not be trying to do this in a Mel Gibson Braveheart accent. I can barely read it as is, because I know he's speaking in a Scottish dialect here. I'm sorry if I got that wrong. Maybe it's Irish. I don't know. I'm not a man of the world. I fight and you may die. Run and you'll live, at least for a while. And dying in your beds, many years from now, Would you be willing to trade all the days from this day to that for one chance, just one chance, to come back here and tell our enemies that though they may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom? I think that's a little heavy, but that is a pretty apt quote for standing up to cancel culture, to standing up to the Puritans that demand that we all bow to their sense of morality, their sense of purity. And with that, I ask, what are your thoughts? What do you guys think of this? Do you think Gina should apologize? Do you think she did the right thing in standing up to them? Should she have gone after them even harder? I truly hope this is a changing of the guard, but the pessimist in me feels like she's just one of those few bright stars who would rather give somebody the middle finger than do as they say. And with that, that's all I have to say about this article. That's the end of this video. For those of you who feel so inclined, you can subscribe, follow this channel. Also, there will be links to my Twitter and to my Twitch down below. I like to stream video games, make a fool on myself. Usually I play Resident Evil, but I've been on a Final Fantasy X kick recently. I figured I'd better try to beat that game. With that, as always, thank you for listening and have a wonderful day.